Hey everyone, this is Mr. Nutrition from Metaburn Fitness, and I am here with the fabulous Joanna Zeitlin. Is it Zeitlin? Is the correct last name?
Zeitlin. Yes,
Awesome.
it is.
Miss Joanna. And Joanna is a remote client from the beautiful, sunny Florida, and she's down a total of 18 pounds using the Metaburn system. So I just want to, say thank you, very much for your time to kind of share your story, inspire more women out there. Also, it's cool because you lost weight not even coming to our studio, which is great. So Joanna, tell us like a real quick 10-second bit about who you are.
Sure. Like Greg says, I live in sunny South Florida. I'm 33 years old. I'm an outside sales rep.
Okay.
So I don't have a 9 to 5 schedule like normal people as far as workday goes.
Awesome. So as an outside sales rep, you would say that you're probably really, really busy on the go, on the run all the time too?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So Joanna, real quick, what was your story before Metaburn? Like before you did the Metaburn diet, before you did the 6-week challenge, what were you going through? Frustrations? Where were you in life?
Sure. Well, so before I did anything, I was actually living in San Diego, California. I'd moved to California. Unfortunately, the company I was with dissolved, and I was pretty much eating and drinking anything and everything possible and just living sort of that kind of lifestyle of not really exercising. And I got to a point when I realized that none of my clothes fit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of when I transitioned back to Florida, when I moved back here. And I realized that none of my clothes fit because of what I had done to myself in California.
Yep. Okay. And so when was it that you heard about, like, I guess, the Metaburn diet? Like, when did you first get introduced to Metaburn? And, like, what enticed you the most to say, you know what, I'm going to shoot for it, take a chance, and let's go with this program?
Well, so I've known Coach Roz for years because we used to summer in Fire Island together. So we've always been Facebook friends, and I've always seen his posts, on Facebook, which I never really paid attention to. But after 6 months of coming back to Florida, it's bikini weather all the time here. So I was really frustrated, and I refused to buy new clothes. And I said, you put the weight on, you could certainly take the weight off. So I started seeing a lot of posts from Roz online, and he started my introduction was the Metaburn diet, and he just posted something about it, and I thought, I know that losing weight is 70% what you put in your mouth. Yep. So I need to have a better plan than what I'm doing today. Mm-hmm. So that's when I decided that I was going to buy the Metaburn diet and start seeing what that program was like.
Okay. And then with this 6-week challenge, we did a 6-week coaching challenge. What was the draw to that? Like, what enticed you to say, I'm going to go from a Metaburn home study course to hands-on coaching from afar?
So it was great. The diet was great, and it really helped me figure out what I shouldn't be eating and implement a plan, an eating plan. Yep. But I was still working out on my own, and I was just kind of making it up. Okay. So I knew that there had to be a way, that I could do better with my eating because I was really only doing the detox. I was just eating the detox plan, which I knew was wrong because I know it's supposed to move to another level. And I just didn't feel like at some point I kind of plateaued with my own workout, and I didn't know what to do next. I needed another plan. Yep. And that's when I emailed Roz and I was like, there has to be more. You guys have to be able to do more for me than just diet. What else, can you offer me as far as what Metaburn has?
Awesome. So what were the main challenges, if you could say like 1 or 2 main challenges that the program addressed for you, and then we'll go into the 6-week challenge. What did that address for you to kind of take you to the next level?
Well, it addressed, a lot of the stuff I was doing for exercise wasn't enough, or it wasn't, doing a lot of cardio is great, but I wasn't doing like the crazy awesome cardio that you guys had in place. And lifting weight is good, but maybe there were a lot of places that I wasn't focusing on, muscle groups that I didn't know about. Okay. Not that I didn't know about, but that I wasn't doing anything with.
For sure.
So that was what the exercise part addressed.
Okay. Was there anything else that it addressed for you as far as nutrition-wise or anything? Or?
Oh, well, sure. For nutrition, what we realized is I was literally doing the detox plan for like 6 weeks, and you're only supposed to do it for 2 weeks. So understanding that A, I wasn't eating nearly enough food, and B, that I had to be eating all day long, and sort of changing from carbs to, eating massive amounts of protein and like making that my focus of my meals, and then adding fat. I would say before I started Metaburn, I didn't eat any fat.
Okay. What was it about fat that kind of scared you?
Because you eat fat, you get fat. That's kind of where it is. And for me, it's always, I thought I would always not eat. So if I did calorie deficiency, so if I ate 1,000 calories a day or 800 calories a day, I just assumed that that was the way that I was going to actually lose the weight.
Okay. Now, it's from the beginning, so from the Metaburn diet to, I think a few weeks ago, we kind of completed the 6-week challenge. What was the goal that you set out for yourself, and what did you actually achieve?
Sure. I mean, I just wanted to get back into my clothes. That's nice. But I actually was looking to achieve 130 pounds, which I felt like was a good number to pick. And as of last week, I weighed in at 128, and I can stick my fist in my clothes, in my work skirts right now.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, so most people don't even know what the 6-week challenge is. So what kind of lifestyle did you live going through the 6-week coaching challenge? And was it something you enjoyed? Did you embrace? Did you have a hard time with it? Or was it like a piece of cake for you?
Well, I probably was not the best student. And I know that because, the biggest problem for me was the drinking. The not of being allowed to drink part. And that's probably where I cheated the most because I do have a very going out lifestyle.
Yep.
But the easy parts, no bread, which used to be a huge part of my diet, no grains, no dairy, no fruit, piece of cake, no problem.
Okay. Awesome. Now, it's like without the drinking, so we're huge in not really eliminating things for life. It's more just kind of temporarily taken away. So with the drinking and the partying here and there, did you find a way to kind of incorporate that into a lifestyle where you're still hitting your goals, you're still kind of feeling great?
Well, I have to admit I did go up and down, and it was hard some weeks, but other weeks it was easier. You just have to make the commitment that if you're going to partake in alcohol or do something, then you better then you better follow your diet to a T, and you better get your gym in, and you have to watch how many times you actually do that because it will affect you at your next weigh-in.
Good. And that's great because that what the backup plan is when you do go out, because we want you guys to kind of live a lifestyle, have fun, and not so much be on a diet all the time or anything like that. So I'm glad that you're kind of learning all those things. So what would you say makes you the happiest? Since you started Metaburn Diet to now, what was the biggest accomplishment you had? So you lost 18 pounds, you fit into your clothes, but what was that number one thing you're like, I'm so glad this because I got X, Y, Z out of this?
I feel great. I feel good. I'm fit. I look amazing in my bathing suits, which is always a plus. But I mean, it's funny that I have girlfriends who do the exact same job as me, and I show up with this huge lunch sack of food that I get to eat every day, and they're eating like celery and carrots, and it's the saddest thing on the planet. So I feel terrific, and that's health and being confident, and that's part of exercise and the lifestyle. So that's really what I got out of it, just more self-confidence and just feeling really good about who I am on the outside.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And what was the one statement that we told you to kind of write down on your refrigerator to kind of keep you going? What was that one statement?
So I am a kitchen decorator, and I have all my Metaburn all over every single cabinet has every single Metaburn flyer on it. But I put on my refrigerator, I'm fucking fabulous today. Taped it right up there.
And what did that do for you? Like, when you read it every time, what did it kind of say to you, make you feel? What did it do for you?
It's just, I'm fucking fabulous. I am fabulous. Whether I lose the 2 pounds or not, it's not about the number. It's about the journey and getting there and doing it right and making the commitment to myself.
Yep.
'Cause it's not about making a commitment to you. It's to me. So every day telling myself that I'm fabulous, just makes me feel better about what I'm doing and just gives me that extra little oomph in my day. And you should see when people come over and see it, and they always laugh. And it's like, you put that on your wall, and you see how great you feel every single morning.
Yeah, and that's why we love you, because you did pretty much everything we asked of you. Yes, there's ups and downs, there's challenges that there's roadblocks, like, oh crap, why did I do this, why did I do that? But you did everything we asked you, you pushed through, you fought for it, and the fact that you appreciated everything for it and you respected what it was is the greatest thing. Outside the weight loss, weight loss comes and goes, but the fact that you feel more confident, you feel great, and that statement that you can kind of just say, I feel fucking fabulous, is awesome to see. We can't wait till you come to New York. This way we can train you a few times. So you are the person who puts everything on the walls, decorates, and a lot of people have a hard time doing that. has that always been like a skill set of yours, like from work, to kind of say, I'm going to organize everything, put it all on the table? Or is that something you kind of learned?
No, it's something I kind of learned.
Mm-hmm.
They have not like self-esteem, but wish fulfillment, where you put like love notes to yourself on your
Yep.
mirror in the bathroom. If you've ever heard of that.
Yep.
I always live it out of sight, out of mind. So if I don't see it every single day, and I look up in the cabinet when I'm taking a cup out and I see, here's your meal plan for today, here's what you're supposed to eat, here are the best things for you, and then like the 10 reasons you stay on MetaBurn and why it's awesome.
Yep.
It's just constantly reinforcing the good behavior.
Awesome.
So I think it's really important to have it just up front center, because then you see it. You're supposed to be doing it.
Awesome.
In that respect.
That's fantastic. Now, what would you say to a woman who may have been in your situation, previous MetaBurn diet, who's been struggling, who's on the fence, saying, I'm not sure if I should do this. I've heard these MetaBurn guys, but I don't really know. What would you say to a woman who could kind of use a little push?
The MetaBurn diet has pretty much changed my life. I did not know how much food I was putting in my mouth on a daily basis. I had no idea. I didn't know how much protein do you eat, how much carbohydrates, like what's good fat. You can read 800,000 articles, but it's significantly easier if someone creates a nutrition plan for you and you have a plan that you can follow of foods that you like. And it details specifically, what you should be eating, what the percentages are, and how it works. And I think that was invaluable to me, because it's hard to know. It's just, you allow yourself to be held accountable a little bit more, even though you're remote. We had calls every Monday. I had to weigh in every Monday morning. So I knew that I had to be able to be accountable to you, and that made me accountable to myself. So it does give you just that extra nudge to, get with the program. If you really want to lose weight, then you have to be committed to doing it.
Correct.
That's it.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Now, let's play nice here. If you had to use 3 words, how would you describe, I guess, Coach Roz and I, as far as coaches, as far as a program, like what would you say to someone?
I mean, you guys are just super upbeat, like super positive. This is not a negative Nancy program. This is, you can do it. Yes, you can. And we're going to do it together. And it's a team effort. I mean, all of my success is your success, and back and forth. So you guys have been awesome, supportive, and just really easy to work with, and just great guys.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And so where is Joanna from this day going forward? Where do you see yourself? What else do you want to achieve? What do you want to accomplish? Where are you going?
Sure. I haven't weighed 128 pounds since, I think, high school.
Okay.
And so I'm going to push that. My next weight goal is 126 for Monday.
Awesome.
And I'm just going to keep going. I like the MetaBurn diet that I'm on. And I pretty much that's it. I pretty much don't even add back in. I haven't added back. I ate like a little bit of dairy and a little bit of fruit, but I try to really stick to my original plan because I like it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep working out. I've made a commitment to myself that 5 days a week I have to be in a gym. I don't care if I'm swimming laps. I don't care if I'm doing one of the MetaBurn lifts. If I'm doing your cardio program, I have to do something, because that will keep it going.
Awesome. So is there one last thing that you want to leave, I guess, a woman who's watching this saying? Is there one piece of advice? Is there a quote? Is there just like one word that you want to just let go with? Or what would you have to say?
You're fucking fabulous.
That is awesome.
So if I can do it and make the commitment and not have someone, busting my ass in the gym, you can do it too. It's all about just what your personal goals are and how you are going to get there.
Awesome. Well, Joanna, thank you so much for your time. We love you immensely. We think you're awesome. You're a fireball of energy. Every Monday to talk to you was great. It was always uplifting, especially at 7:30 at nighttime after a long day, to speak to someone like yourself who's committed, dedicated, and willing to put the hard work in. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and we'll stay in touch, keep moving on, and we can't wait till next Monday for 126.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care, Joanna.
Bye.